Hi guys, welcome to another mental health video. Today's video we're going to be talking about things that the partners of individuals suffering from BPD can do. So if you're dating a BPD woman, what can you do to improve the relationship? If your wife's BPD, what can you do to possibly improve the relationship? I made a list of things. Um, this video will be a little bit shorter than yesterday's video, mostly because men have a lower attention span. We got so much distracting us right now. It's insane. So I'm going to try to keep this video for the men a little shorter. I suppose it could also fit for a woman if it was like a lesbian relationship. It really doesn't matter. But we're talking about things the partner of those dating individuals with BPD can do to improve the relationship. The first thing that the partners of BPD can do is understand that even just being involved in this relationship means that you're suffering from codependency. I looked up the definition of codependency. Codependency is a circular relationship in which one person needs the other person, who in turn needs to be needed. The codependent person, known as the giver, feels worthless unless they are needed by and making sacrifices for the enabler, otherwise known as the taker. So, learning about codependency, the partners can learn why they're behaving codependently towards these BPD partners. Really take a look in the mirror. The second thing I said was us boyfriends were so quick to blame everything on our BPD partners, which is not true. We know that we all contribute to pros and cons of a relationship. Um, like I don't consider myself to have full blown BPD. I probably show some signs of it. Like I probably go through love hate cycles with some of my friends. So I haven't been diagnosed with BPD, but maybe I have some traits of it. Um, but us boyfriends of borderline partners, we tend to blame everything on the BPD partner, which simply is just not fair. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta shut this off. 1 second. Here we go. There's my little speaker there taking off on me. So looking in the mirror as the boyfriend and saying, what do I need to work on? Do I need to pick up some books on codependency? Do I need to watch some videos on how to minimize codependency behaviors? Um, I consider myself a full-blown codependent. Giving these women multiple chances is an example of being codependent. Um, yes, BPD girls need that unconditional love, but at some point you may have to end the relationship to prevent a suicide, to prevent you going off the deep end. Um, I myself, I went through a suicidal ideation as a result of being involved with somebody with BPD. Almost took my life over it. So it can be very devastating to partners like myself. But we need to look in the mirror and say, what are we doing wrong in the relationship? How can we improve the relationship? What can I do to work on myself to be a better boyfriend, a better husband? Um, One thing you guys need to be doing with your girlfriends, with your wives, is you need to give them space when they're upset. When my girlfriend, I'd be in the car with her, she'd start flipping out on me. I would get out of the car. I would get out of the car and I would give her time to calm down. Did you know like 80% of BPD girls have been physically abused? Often it's because the men don't realize that they have a mental illness that are driving all these chaotic behaviors. Sometimes can even be a psychosis in BPD that causes all kinds of crazy behaviors. Like 8 out of 10 BPD women have been physically abused in relationships. Why is this? Because the men are taking their behavior personally. You can't take these women's behavior personally. Like when that girl flipped out on me in the car and started yelling and stuff at me, that's symptoms of her BPD. That's symptoms of maybe bipolar disorder or other mental illnesses causing her to really blow up like that. The best thing you guys can do is just give the person space. I remember I jump out of the car. Within a few minutes, she's calling me back, giving me the kissy face, wanting a kiss. So that's how you can really be sweet to your borderline girlfriend, is by giving them space when they're mad. If they like, I've dated women, BPD girls that have outright smacked me in the face, choked me outside of my apartment to the point where police would have stopped if they saw it. What did I do? I would literally just put my hands up and just walk away, knowing that I'm going to jail if I do anything wrong, right? You don't want to be violent towards these women because they don't deserve it, number one. And number two, oftentimes the mental illness is causing all these behaviors that are destructive. The love hate cycles, the breaking up with you for no reason is caused by their mental illness. They're fearing that you're going to break up with them, so they might be preemptive and break up with you first. I heard a really good YouTuber the other day say that they're going to take their ball home and they're going to take their basketball home and leave everybody there. It's kind of what the BPD people do. They just pack up shit and leave. So yeah, so let's see if we can go on to the next one. So giving them space when they're upset is major. That could actually prevent you from going to jail if you lose your temper. I've seen partners like myself go to jail for domestic violence against BPD partners because they're taking all their behaviors personally. What do I recommend you guys do if your girlfriend's completely out of control, being physically abusive? I recommend you just call the police and say, hey, officer, I need you guys to come down here and help my girlfriend calm down, my wife calm down. I'll be outside. I'll be down the road because I don't want to, do anything that's going to get myself in trouble. So, call me back. You call me over when you guys get here and I'll come back and talk to you. You may have to actually remove yourself from this situation to keep yourself out of jail, because you lay one finger on them, you're going to jail. You push them back. You restrain them. These are all things that you can be taken to jail for. You're restraining them. Now they got bruises all over their arms. Now you're considered an abuser because they got bruises all over their arms from you restraining the partner. My best advice to you guys is to not touch your fucking partner, because it's going to end up you in jail. You don't want to hurt these people. You may just lose your temper in the moment. A lot of men have PTSD and they may not even realize it, which can cause you to get extremely upset quickly. So how do you stop that? Just go for a walk. Leave the apartment. If you're in the house or apartment and your girlfriend grabs you by the throat, say, I'm leaving. Bye. And leave. Leave the apartment, because anything you do is going to get your ass in jail. You'll be viewed as the bad guy, right? So give them space, and then they might, call you back in a little bit and feel bad that they blew up. Setting boundaries with your BPD partner is going to be key. So if you're a guy like me that's given them tons of chances, the last time my BPD girlfriend left, I told her, I said, this is the last time you're going to dip out on me. Should I hold to that boundary? Because she does this love-hate cycle shit with me constantly, where she'll come to my apartment, stay a few weeks, head out, come to my apartment, have sex with me, leave. This has been going on for like 10 years, guys. Ghost me for 2 years. Come back, hang out, be in my life for a few weeks, head out, come back. Maybe I should set boundaries with this person and say, maybe we should just cease contact. You can go either way with it. You can play the unconditional love game where you just put up with everything, or you can eventually just set boundaries and cut ties for your own mental health. You may have to end this relationship for your own mental health. Listening to your partner without interrupting. If they have a lot of things that are on their mind, oftentimes these BPD girls will spend the entire day upset, thinking about 2 or 3 things. Let's say they lost their license. They may be so upset they can't drive. They're thinking about that all day. Thinking about a court thing they have going on all day. That's why they might be upset. They tend to really focus on something they're upset about, and it will cause that anxiety all day long. So if you can listen to them, it helps a lot. The video is going to be done pretty soon. I think I'm running out of time here, guys, but don't yell at them. They often have PTSD, so it's going to trigger them immediately if you yell at them, so don't yell. Use protection. If you're dating this person, use protection, because, like I said, BPD girls often have multiple partners, and oftentimes they don't use protection. So using condoms, if they're dipping in and out of your life, using condoms